Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the reigning AFC champs and the football team, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
And I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Jackson on first down, and he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Connor. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flush to his right, and he slings one that's incomplete. Anthony Schwartz, the intended target, and it's second down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's touchdown.
It's complete. Anthony Schwartz, 28 yards. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run on first down. Noel, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
But he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find Schwartz complete right side.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now it's Jackson. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And this is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Ravens are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Pressure comes, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all of these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. He can't get him down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw. Beal. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal. I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Throwing again. Beal. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he is out of bounds here on the return. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. This is intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Beal. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, Beal. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Armstrong. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether... So that challenge, a successful one. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there just before halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. He'll get that one complete to Connor. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And Jackson throwing once more toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Caleb Farley.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Beal. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest.
There he goes, right side. 30, the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 75 yards. And Washington able to make this a close game again. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already.
It's caught inside the 25. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Back to throw. Beal. And he fends him off. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Here we go. Here we go.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. To throw on 2nd down, Beal. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Let's go.
Anthony Schwartz, 81 yards. And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Beal throwing the out route incomplete. It's Armstrong.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Beal firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He'll return it from the 6. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. To throw on second down. Beal into the secondary past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
On first down, Beal. And a quick throw here that's complete.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And to give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Wide open receiver complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And, partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Jackson to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
No, sir.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll make it a 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds. The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Push him back. Push him back.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
58 Mike, 58. 58 Mike. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Back to throw. Beal. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Beal. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Jackson now. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Washington, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. it.